What we see now is more and more people who have accumulated wealth saying, okay, I get it. What percentage of my wealth should be in Bitcoin?
Let's answer that question. Where do you what's the advice that people are giving? I don't want to necessarily put you on the spot, but is there an ethos out there?
So I look at it this way, right? I don't perceive risk the way the average person does. I'm well educated. I have an engineering degree. I don't. I'm an entrepreneur for 30 years, so I don't see risk the way the average investor sees risk, and I think most people have risk defined incorrectly. So let's put that aside for a second. So I'll try to leave my personal bias out of this. The older you are, the more dependent upon dollar-based cash flow you're going to be. Unless you're, I guess you would say, unless you're under 60, and maybe you'll be alive still when we reach longevity escape velocity. But for other people, they have a cash flow concern to live out their remaining years, and so putting 10% of their wealth in Bitcoin is a relatively safe bet, in my opinion. And if you had done that over the last 15 years, it would have had a huge outsized impact on your investing portfolio. And in my opinion, the younger you get, the more you should be considering putting your portfolio, putting Bitcoin or potentially something like a Solana, but let's just focus on Bitcoin for now, in your portfolio. And I think that given that we're in this what I call late stage debt cycle, and that Bitcoin is actually less risky now. To me, the biggest risk with Bitcoin when I was having the same exact conversation with others 8 years ago was technology risk.
Hmm.
And so that technology risk as it relates to Bitcoin has been mitigated, in my opinion. We could talk
Yeah.
about quantum computing and stuff like that, but I think even that will be addressed over time, via other encryption schemes and digital signature schemes. So as you get younger, right, I actually think the percentage of your holdings that you should put in Bitcoin goes up. And you know, obviously between 10 and 100. And if you're a computer scientist, a math oriented person who can really dig in, do the 1,000 hours of digging in that Michael Saylor and others have talked about, it's going to be very hard for you to become unconvinced that you shouldn't be putting a big chunk of your net worth in this the younger you are.
Well, or put differently, it should be the place that you are storing your net worth, holding your net worth
Yeah.
in Bitcoin versus anything else.
I think about my net worth in terms of number of Bitcoin now, not dollar value.